Clintons' tour last fall was, by all accounts, a total disaster, marred by empty seats and bad reviews. So we'll spicing things up with quote-unquote stars like comedian Jordan Klepper. Help sell any tickets? Well, tonight's party panel is here to discuss. We've got attorney and America Rising PAC senior advisor. It's Alexandra Wilkes, along with MaxFunds.com co-founder and Fox Business contributor. It's Jonas Ferris. And from the Greg Gutfeld show, where she serves as correspondent and reporter for National Review Online, it is Kat Timpf. Welcome, everyone, the day of the hump. I will start with you. I think that this is great. This is a gift, and I don't understand what they're doing. They're going to lie the whole time. They're going to talk about his presidency like he was good for minorities and women. When
if you consider good putting a lot of them in prison, then I guess so. Their record has no place whatsoever in this day and age when it comes to criminal justice reform, or when it comes to the fact that Bill Clinton's been accused by more than a dozen women of sexual assault. If we have all these people talking right now, or sexual assault or misconduct, if we have all these people talking right now about Joe Biden's hair sniffing and that being a problem, which it is, I would not like anyone to sniff my hair, even though joke would be on them because almost none of it is my hair. But I still in this day and age, I don't understand how he even thinks he can go out on a speaking tour. He should be a pariah, not a celebrity at this point. And I think more and more people are starting to realize that. Yeah,
it's the weirdest thing for him to go out there when we're having this conversation about Joe Biden. What do you think? How do you think he's going to be received by these social justice warriors?
Well, either they're hypocrites or they won't receive him well. Those are the only two options.
No, I don't think he gets received well, and I don't think the Clintons are what the Democrats want right now.
I mean, they're selling tickets. I was looking on Ticketmaster. It's not doing as well as George Clinton in Atlanta tomorrow night, but this Clinton is still doing okay for selling tickets. But a lot of these tickets were probably sold before the Mueller report. People were excited for the "this is why I lost" dance, and that's not what it's going to be.
Well, they're also a lot cheaper than they were last time around, because the tour they tried to do last fall, that total stinker.
You can get some solid seats in the mid-60s, I was saying.
Yeah.
So many more fun things you can do with $60. If you need ideas, talk to me. I'll let you know.
But it is.
We'll take you to the Port Authority men's bathroom.
Precisely.
Many of the audience also in the mid-60s. You know, the thing is that the problem is these are still their stars. Now, yes, the Clinton administration isn't aging as well as we'd like, except for the stock bubble. There was some things that wouldn't be acceptable today. That said, this is still a star, and they don't have a lot of stars that are going to be running other than Bernie. And they need the attention. They need some stars, but this couple is also got some problems with it.
I would rather meet Andy Milonakis myself. Now there's a star.
It's very funny. Michelle Obama, there's a star.
Yes.
Michelle Obama, she didn't run for anything. She didn't make the mistake of getting into politics herself, which I think is the wisest thing she's done. And she has a very empowering message. Hillary Clinton isn't the same kind of person, but they're obviously jealous and they're trying to replicate that.
Look, as someone who works in opposition research, this is a gift. The fact that the Clintons are going to go back out on tour again, because every time they do, they make headlines. They call Trump supporters stupid. They do something that all of the other Democrats have to answer for. And now it's not just, swing district congressional candidates on the line. You have a bunch of 2020 contenders who are going to be repeatedly asked by some of our trackers and reporters, what do you think of Hillary Clinton saying X, Y, or Z? They have no filter.
And they're going to have to go on the record.
Absolutely.
They're going to have to go on the record about this stuff, which is great. They should all have to go on the record. But I think, the best thing that has happened is you have a group of women as individuals who have differentiated themselves in spite of Hillary Clinton, not because of her, but she wants a big thank you, and she's going to get a no thank you. President Trump has some choice words for Democrats who are pushing the Green New Deal. Watch this.
And it's the craziest thing. They believe it. And we will have to do something. But don't do it too early, please. Don't kill it. Because we want to be able to run against it. If they beat me with the Green New Deal, I deserve to lose.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has tried to pivot away from the massive top-down takeover of our economy. But a lot of the left is still sticking with it, especially those 2020 presidential contenders, and especially those contenders in the Senate. Is there any chance that it could be a winning issue against President Trump? I'll start with you first, Jonas.
First of all, speaking of the Clintons not aging well, the whole SUV boom happened under the Clintons. They kind of allowed, they didn't want to mess with that. They didn't do the couch standard. So like it's the least green candidate.
I wonder how many private flights Bill Clinton has taken. Never mind Jeffrey Epstein, but just on his own.
Where he's bumping with Trump, maybe.
Despite promising a carbon neutral campaign.
Yeah, of course.
Look, the Green New Deal as a concept will get people to vote. So it has some positive. As the actual way you'd have to pull it off is not going to be popular on either side, unfortunately. I think it's still something that they need to have attention, just like, you know, Trump had things that got people out to vote. Whether there was the wall, these things, they don't have to make 100% sense. The key is to get people off their sofas and voting, and it has that power. So in that sense, it's good. If they have to get into the technicalities of how it's going to do and how much people are going to be told what to do, whether it's through taxes or whatever, that's where it starts to fall apart. But as a storyline, as a narrative, it's probably a good one for the Democrats.
Do you think that AOC is a good foil for the president to run against?
I think absolutely.
Has she provided fodder for him, or is she more dangerous than he and some Republicans think?
I think it's a mix. I think she has a lot of really bad ideas, the Green New Deal being one of them, because it's an idea that doesn't work and can't work unless we want to completely give up our country as it stands, which I'm not really a big fan of. But he's got to be careful when he hits her on things like, oh, she's the young bartender or something like that. That's why people like her. People are inspired by her story, even who may not agree with her. I mean, my first job out of college, I was a cashier at Boston Market. That doesn't mean I'm not a genius. Don't hit me on that. Not everyone's dad gives them money to start a business. You mix the cream spinach with the mac cheese.
Solid.
That's the best way to do it. And I know that.
A day's serving of vegetables, just in 2 small tablespoons.
Yes.
I think it's delicious.
Well, so in fairness to the president, I think that the full context of that quote, though, when it comes to the young bartender, is he was contrasting the young bartender statement with the gray-haired old guys in back of her.
Who were terrified.
Who were saying, I need to support this Green New Deal now. So, you know, he's sort of the ultimate troll in that way, and predictably it's gotten, like, everyone upset on her end of things, and, you know, I think that it just sort of provokes attention there that's compelling going into the election, where she really represents a lot of ideas that are completely untenable and completely unaffordable.
What I would say is, she says, don't underestimate me. I would say to leftists, don't overestimate her, because she's making it so much about her. It's no longer about those progressive ideals. It's no longer about those things that people believe in passionately. Even if I disagree with them on the principles or how you pay for these things, I respect that this is a part of their lives and how they live it, and she's making it only about how she lives her life.
Well, it's good to get the attention. That's what Trump did. He took all the attention from other people. The problem is that she can't run, so she can't take all the attention, or the other candidates won't get any attention.
She thought she could. She said that she was going to have the Constitution amended so that women could run for president under 35. She was confused about the wording. Kat, Jonas, and Alex, thanks so much, you guys. Well, coming up, have you been getting a crazy number of robocalls lately? It's our overlords coming to get you. Sometimes they are from numbers that are almost the same as yours. You're not alone. Congress is trying to fix it. Tennessee Congressman Dave Kustoff is here. He's behind the push, and he joins me next.